Right, so this question we took from My Prep Club's GRE forum. It's a great question. It relies on arithmetic and just systematically going through the question. And you can save a bit of time if you're familiar with estimating, familiar with kind of how percentages work, kind of how you can manipulate them to your advantage and what the shorthand would be. Especially with these arithmetic problems, being confident with the shorthand will really save you some time. Go to Ultimate Tuition, go to the Ultimate GRE Cheat Sheet. It is a great resource that does have a chapter on percentages, and in there you will see what the common shorthand is, what the relationships are, and that will be crucial to getting a top score in the GRE, being familiar with the quote unquote faster way of doing things is essential to getting a top grade on the GRE. So go to the GRE Quant Cheat Sheet by Ultimate Tuition, download it. There's 160 pages of the stuff. You're not going to regret it. Right, okay, let's jump in. There's a simple way to solve this. Let's start by figuring out the total fixed costs that Sally will incur in the first 2 years. So we're going to call that in 24 months. The total fixed costs is going to be, we're told that is 250,000, right? So FC fixed costs is 250,000 plus 24 months worth of her building costs, right? Worth of her building costs. Where was it? Here we go. Might as well just read the question. So Sally's starting a craft business, right? According to her business plan, the revenue generated is 1,000 a week, but 70% of that is cost. She wants to break even because she spent $250,000 to start the business. She spends $4,500 per month on building costs. She wants to know the minimum number of stores that she needs to have to break even in 2 years. And that's a little time constraint here, and we've already factored that in. Just a note, I think this kind of just goes back to what I said, but 70% spent on employees, so 70% costs, that should just immediately make you think 0.3 or 30% as your margin or as the profit, okay? And that's really the number that we want, right? Or profit, aka profit, right? Okay, so we're told that the profit is 30%. Okay, so each one basically makes $300 in profit a month. So 300 profit per store. Okay. Sorry, that's per week. That's per week. So we're going to times that now by 4. That's going to be 1,200 per month. Yeah, that's the profit. I mean, luckily the GRE doesn't go into such complicated calculations. But I mean, if we were really being picky, we would do times 52 divided by 12 to actually get the monthly cost. But we can actually get away with it for this. Each store, therefore, will make 28,000. Right? Will make $28,800 in 24 months in profit. Okay. So now essentially we just need to know how many stores are going to go into that big number of 250,000 plus our 24 that loads of 4,500. That overall, this just actually comes to 300, okay, 358,000, okay. So the formula or the sum that we're just going to very quickly compute is 358, okay, 1,000 divided by 28,800, okay, and we're going to say that that is roughly 12.5. What have I done? 12.5. Now you could have kind of estimated this, and you could have kind of rounded that up to 30,000, and then kind of churned it through there, and you would have still got to a decimal. The point is with estimating is that you need to be really conscious of whether you're estimating up, whether you're estimating down, and what the units are and the nature of those units, and actually what it is that we're finding. Because you're going to get a 12 point something that means you need to have at least 12 stores to recoup the investment. Because if you had less than 12 stores, you wouldn't recoup the investment in 2 years. You would fall short. Okay. So therefore, she needs, sorry, my mistake. She needs 13 stores because the math tells us she needs slightly more than 12 stores. So you get a decimal, 12 point something. It means she needs slightly more than 12 stores to get to that total number, that break-even figure. So therefore, she needs 13 stores. Okay, those 13 stores, that is question C, and there's your job.